Well, you must be flipping my flapjacks. Meet Kevin and myself. We have some beef going on, okay? And the pun could be intended on this one, okay? But we have some beef. I got to run you through everything that's kind of going on here in relation to some beef, okay? And I haven't had to address Meet Kevin directly in a video in probably, I don't know, a year and a half probably. It's been quite a while since I directly made a video about Meet Kevin. Last time I made one of these was one day he was complaining, this is like a year and a half ago, he complained about Tesla stock was going down. He was trying to make some argument that, I don't know, real estate was better than stocks or something like that. And now he's like, wants to be the stock master. And I'm like, holy moly, Kevin. Like, oh my gosh, you changed so much, man. I'm happy for you. But now we have some beef, okay? And I'm going to take you guys through everything that's going on here. Don't forget to smash, as always. And let's get into this, guys, okay? So it all starts last night on Millennial Money, okay? So there's a portion of Millennial Money where we get talking about essentially like how much money have you put in the market lately, and like what are you doing with that money, okay? And it starts off with Graham. Graham, says I think he put like 80,000 in the market, and then I think Andre said he put 40,000 in the market. And then it gets to me, and I said I put maybe close to $1 million in the market over the last few weeks. And I go into the different stocks I've been buying. Corsair Gaming, as it's been dipping, I've been buying. That I love as a long-term investment. FB, GGTTF, and a few other stocks, including, I mentioned, Tattooed Chef, okay, TTCF. And this is where things start getting interesting. And I wasn't putting two and two together at the time, but I should have, okay? So Kevin decides to then, push back against TTCF, okay? He tries to say something along the lines of like, oh, I don't know, are people still gonna buy frozen food? We're coming out of a recession, and I'm just I'm kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, what? People still gonna buy frozen products? Like, what are you talking about, man? But anyways, I played along with it, and I thought maybe he's just trying to create an argument and like a debate, and let's go back and forth, okay? And maybe we're trying to like fill some time or something like that. So I'm like, okay. And so then I start going into TTCF, and I'm giving them the full bull, well, not the full bull thesis, but pushing back against like the pushback against me, okay? And so that happens, and then that pretty much ends, and then we move on, okay? And then there was something else that happened in last night's live stream that I didn't pick up on this at the time, okay? Meet Kevin, okay? Remember, TTCF, the Tattooed Chef Corporation, is a plant-based food company, all right? Plant-based food company. And, Kevin just happens to do a typo here. Did he really happen to do a typo? Or, come on, man. You must check that at least a couple times before you get on there, okay? And by the way, I know this program, you would have to manually go in and change your name, because every time I get on this program, it saves my name, okay? So there's clearly, he was poking fun, as something there. So there's something going on with TTCF that was kind of like, this was strange. And of all stocks to push back on, why push back on that one? I wasn't putting everything together at the time, okay? So then today, TTCF, Tattooed Chef, their earnings come out, okay? They beat on revenue. The numbers were really, really dang strong, okay? Revenue was $39.6 million. That's a 48% increase compared to $26 million the prior year period. Adjusted EBITDA came in at $3.7 million. You're looking at revenue for the full year that was up 75%. Okay, this company is rapidly growing as far as the Tattooed Chef brand, which is the brand that matters for this company, okay, for the next 5-10 years, okay? That revenue was up 363%. There aren't a lot of food and drink companies that are growing 363% year over year, okay? I mean, we're talking about these are phenomenal numbers, like ridiculously phenomenal numbers, okay? No doubt about it. And so then I go ahead and I post this video here, okay? And this was on the main channel, and about some future potential stocks I could potentially buy down the road. And I go into like Palantir and like 4 other stocks that are potential buys and why they might be potential buys down the road. And they're basically stocks that I don't have any money in at the moment, okay? But I could potentially put money in. And in that video, one of like the third top comment, okay, obviously there's my pinned comment, and Kevin writes a comment, and then the third comment that is the most popular comment on that video says, will you make a video on tattooed chef earnings? And it was getting crazy amounts of thumbs up. I didn't even think like it was going to get that many thumbs up. So I was like, I won't even make a video. But then I was like, it's just, there's obviously a lot of demand there. I'm going to do a video about this. Like if this many people want it, I'm going to do it. Okay. And so I replied, I said, hey, tonight, Financial Education 3, get ready to rock and roll. We're going to have a video on TTCF. Okay. And so I do that and I release that video. And it comes out, TTCF, okay? And just, I make a funny title around it and whatever, okay? And I release that video. And then I start seeing comments like this in the comments section. Kevin's selling the stock. First off, I'm like, Kevin, why would he even hold the stock? Last night he was clearly talking like he wasn't last night he was saying like, I don't know, suddenly no one's going to buy anything in the freezer aisle anymore. Like, I guess no one cares about anything in the freezers in the grocery store or in Walmart and Target. And so I was like, why would Kevin even own this stock? This doesn't make any sense. Like what in the world's going on here? But I was like, I saw a comment and I was like, whatever. Maybe that's just somebody talking crazy, or maybe they're talking about some other Kevin, not Meet Kevin. And then I see more comments and it's like Veggie Jeremy, Meet Kevin. So I'm like, okay. And then Kevin leaves a comment here, okay? And it says, and for that reason, I'm out. So then I'm like, oh, maybe there's actually something to this. And I screenshotted this comment like almost immediately from the time he left it, as soon as I saw it, because I was like, oh, I'm going to use this against Kevin in like 5 years from now when TTCF's like a food giant. Year 2030, I'm petty, man. I'm going to bring this back out in 2030 and send him a big poster of this comment, okay? When Tattoo Chef's like a $10 billion company in the future. Oh, man, it's too petty. But anyways, there's this comment left, okay? And then a few minutes go by and the comment's gone. So I certainly didn't delete the comment. I actually would love to leave this comment up, but the comment's gone. So I don't either. So there's some sort of glitch in YouTube's system that removes this comment, or Kevin decided, let me delete that comment. Maybe that's not the best comment to leave here, okay? And so it's one of two. Either Kevin deleted it or it's a YouTube glitch. I don't know which, but anyways, that happened, okay? And now the comment is suddenly gone. And by the way, other people picked up on it too. And then we get this comment. Kevin is selling TTCF. Okay. There's too many comments, around he's selling. So apparently he held TTCF. He held this stock. And now he just sent a private message to his course members saying he's selling. First off, Kevin, come on, man. Okay, listen. I bought your real estate course in the past, okay? I'm your highest tiered member in YouTube. Like, why do you have to have so many dang products? Where can I get this message, man? Like, what product is it that I had to be in to get this dang thing, okay? Like, can you just, like, bundle everything together and, like, make it, like, 3K and you get, like, YouTube, like, the best tier and, like, all these different things so we can just, like, get it over with? Because I'm trying to figure out, man, like, I don't know what I have to be in to get these messages, okay? But supposedly you sent a message to your course members saying that you're selling the stock. So apparently you held the stock, which is like news to me, because based upon how you were speaking about the stock last night, didn't really sound like you held the stock at all, as a matter of fact. Very, very strange, okay? And then we get to the goodies here, okay? Here we get to the goodies, all right? So he said TTCF fundamentals have changed because of management and red flags on massive expenses coming to pump revenue. With little expectation, their strategy will work. What? And will sustain customers without continued massive expenses recurring onward. I would guess he will pay down margin or buy more of his high conviction stocks. Okay, if you feel like there's a better stock for you to invest in than TTCF over the coming, 5-10 years, respect. If you want to invest in, put all your money in, whether, I don't care what stock it is, like, respect. Whether it's Rocket Mortgage or it's, I don't know, like whatever stock you're buying, okay, respect. But where I have issues here is like, why did you hold the stock in the first place? Why did you buy the stock in the first place if you weren't a believer? That just Were you hoping that the share price just pumped in the short term? Like, what was going on here? Because it clearly sounds like you were not on board with this. And management hasn't changed a darn thing with this business model. There hasn't been some fundamental change here, and it's like, oh, management's now going to do this, and they weren't. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing, okay? And so now you had somehow bought this stock, and now you say there's little expectation their strategy will work. What? They just grew their branded products 363% in the past year. The sell-through is unreal. Kevin, stop recording videos and go to a dang Costco, go to a dang Sam's Club, go to Walmart, go to Target, and just stand in front of the TTCF area, okay? Go to Sam's Club on a Saturday in whatever one's close to your area and just walk around the aisles for a half hour or an hour and watch how many TTCF products end up selling during that amount of time, okay? These products are selling, they are moving, and they're getting more and more SKUs in stores. And the numbers say everything's working, and the real world work, where you actually go to these stores and you're like, oh my gosh, like they're selling like crazy. Go talk to the workers that work at these stores and stock the shelves, okay? They sell, and they sell way stronger. The company's even put out some information around this over the past several quarters that they sell way stronger than like pretty much any product that's in the categories they compete in. The fact is, this company is going from 2, 4, 6 SKUs in these different stores to over time they're going to be going to 4, 8, 12, 16, 18, 30 SKUs over time, okay? The products move, they sell dang well, and this brand is like growing stronger by the day, okay? Based upon the numbers, the financials, and based upon the real world research, okay? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, what? And will sustain customers. What in the world are you talking about, man? Like, what in the world are you talking about? Without massive expenses. With any business, there's massive expenses up front. Do you not remember Tesla? Okay. Okay. Do you remember like how many expenses they had to like build out that business? Okay, every single business that is high growth, you have upfront expenses, and then comes the profits pouring in. In 2023 and moving forward with this company, massive profits are going to pour in. The gross margins are already supposed to go up in 2021 to 20% to 25%. Long term, it's going to go to 30% plus for this company, okay? But they're already expecting 20 to 25%. This past year, what were gross margins? 14% or so? So I'm like, I don't understand, like this is just so flawed logic in my opinion. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I have to address this. Kevin, we have beef, man. It is official. Meet Kevin. What is going on, man? Fair game. If you like a stock better, put your money in the stock better. But don't talk nonsense trash about this stock. Or do. Sell me your shares. Sell me your shares for cheap. I'll gladly buy them. Whatever you're selling tomorrow, Kevin, I don't know if you hold like 5 of these shares or 5,000 of these shares. Whatever you're selling tomorrow, give them to me. I'll gladly buy them. I'll gladly take them off your hands because I'm putting my chips on the table. I'm saying this stock's going to be massively higher in the next 5-10 years than this stock is today. This company's going to billions of dollars of revenue over time. And this company's long term is going to hundreds of millions of dollars in net income. Great food and drink companies, you don't sell those companies. You hold those companies for the long term. Back in the day, man, I bought Monster Energy. And that was back when it was like Hanson's Natural Beverage, okay? And I made really good money on that stock, and then I sold it. Horrible decision. When it comes to food and drink companies that are in massive growth, trajectories, and have the right management teams in place, which this management team is, Sam Galletti at this company, he's been in the food game longer than you've been on this earth, Kevin, and longer than I've been on this earth too, okay? That man knows the food industry, and this is going to be his biggest food giant he's ever created by a mile. It already is, okay? He hit gold with this one, all right? The branding, the products, you don't just like sell out of these. Like, you can sell them. Give me your shares tomorrow, Kevin. Sell me them, whatever price. Okay? 22, 21, 20, 17, I don't care. I'll buy them. Because, I think these shares are going to be massively more expensive in 5 to 10 years from now than they are today. Like I said, this is a company that's going to billions of dollars of revenue over the next 5, 10 years and hundreds of millions of dollars in net income. And those type of business models, not only do you get massive share appreciation over time, But this is a type of companies that could throw off huge dividends as well. So if anybody wants to sell me their shares tomorrow, I will be buying them. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this as always. Kevin, you got some explaining to do, man. If you don't explain it soon, I'm confronting you on Millennial Money next Tuesday, man. Anyways, guys, much love as always. Don't forget to smash, and peace.